Again, sorry about that freaking Android quality. On my Nokia phone recording this shit. Hey everyone, Jero6 here, and guys, you will not believe what I'm pulling out. Yep. The Fox years are back, y'all. Because it's time for a StarFox video. Hello everyone, my name is Jero6, and guys, welcome to another StarFox video. I'm gonna make this really quick because I want to get into the showcase, but you guys don't know, about 2 years ago or so, I made a video called, Yes, This Is Real. I really think that was the name. Effectively, the video was documenting StarFox 1 on a console that it's not normally on. However, a lot of time has passed, and I decided I would come back to revisit this, replay it after a few years have passed, and to give this a real, true look over. Now, as far as the game we are playing, well, as many of you all know, StarFox 1 released on the SNES with the Super FX chip. A few years ago, somebody developed and created a port of StarFox 1 running on the Sega Genesis. I shit you not, and that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a bit of a short video. There's not a whole lot to this, but it's very interesting to see StarFox running on a console that it's not supposed to be on, like, at all. So, please sit back, relax, and get ready, because it's time to delve into StarFox on the Sega Genesis. So, like, the biggest reason I wanted to redo this is because I went back to revisit this, or I went back to rewatch that video because I had a comment on it, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, wow, this sucks. And if you listen in the background, this isn't StarFox music. Guys, in the background, I'm going to be switching the music to something that a friend of mine have done that is going to sound a lot better and fit more with this. But here we are. This is the game. Look at that. Isn't that nuts? Look at how crazy this looks. Holy shit. So there's a lot of objects to explore and look at, and we're going to be doing all of that today. So as far as controls go, very basic. You can move up, down, right, and left. It's pretty much like all range modes. You can pretty much go anywhere. There's a laser button, which, as you can see here, firing a little laser. Pretty cool. You only fire so many on screen before it stops you. You can only move. You can move backwards and you can move forwards, but that's it. It's very bare bones, basic like controls, but it's really cool because you get to see like a concept of this, right? So as you can see, they have different objects. You've got your rings here. You got some building objects. We keep going straight. We're going to run into some spikes right here. Now, usually, you could blow that up in the original game, but as you can see, nothing's going to work on this, but it's all good. There's actually an Andros. Look at him. Look at that ugly fucking mug. Check this out. And then, like, here's the wireframe of it. It's pretty dope. And then, like, all these other things. Now, obviously, no collision detection. There's nothing. You can go pretty far. And on the left side, there's actually some things. I mean, this is running at a solid 20 FPS. All in all, this looks really well done. Now, again, controls are basic. This is nothing major. This is purely just a showcase. But it's weird how, in an alternate reality, it's very possible that StarFox could have been on the Sega Genesis. And it's amazing that the Sega Genesis has this kind of power. Now, again, I mean, if you compare this to StarFox 1, it's clear what has more polish. But the fact that this can be done and it looks so smooth, that's pretty fucking impressive. Now, there was actually two different versions of this ROM released. There was an old bin ROM and a new bin ROM. We're currently on the new bin ROM. This has a few more objects and stuff. Specifically, the newest area is over here. And over in this area, you can find more objects. There's like some diamonds floating around. Probably to kind of just work out orientation animations, most likely. Over here is a massive ass fucking planet. Look at that shit. But I got some planets here. There is one other planet, I believe, over in this direction, I want to say. There's the other planet, looking pretty spooky, pretty big, pretty chunky. And, yeah, pretty solid stuff. Floating through here. And that's it. That's it. That's all there is. Alright, well, thank you for joining me. It's Jero6. I'll see you on the next one. Bye! Yeah, I know it's nothing too impressive. It's a very, very short demo, and it's literally nothing new about it. If you look at anything related to this nowadays, you're not gonna find. All you're gonna find is this same ROM. Now, there is one other ROM I'd like to show off. Okay, so this is the other ROM, which, as you can see, runs way better. Like, look how much quicker this one runs. So this is without the skybox. What's really cool about this, though, is that you get to the objects pop out a lot more in this background, so you can really see everything that's here. And the R-Wing controls pretty well, especially in this, like, all-range mode. And I will say for a fact that out of Star Fox 1 and this Genesis version, the Genesis version's R-Wing controls very solid. In fact, it's almost easier to keep track of where your ship is in this version in all-range mode than any of the SNES versions of this game. The planets are a lot more visible, as you can see. There are diamonds still floating around the place, just doing their thing, existing. Nothing major. Again, my guess is that it's for rotation animations, but like, look at that planet, man. It's fucking huge, my dude. But yeah, there's no collision. It's pretty much the same ROM, just without the back, you know, without the skybox, which kind of makes it run just a bit faster, and you can really appreciate the animation and stuff. I mean, like, look, like, the R-Wing specifically, just, it's so fluent in comparison to the SNES version. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's nothing major. It's nothing crazy. It's very bare bones, very basic, but it feels great. It looks great, and it's absolutely mind-boggling impressive that this is running on a fucking Sega goddamn Genesis. And it's honestly crazy to think that Sega... You know, it's crazy to think that there might be an alternate universe out there where Sega does own Star Fox and that they make games for them. And, I mean, if it ever came to be, like, if Star Fox 1 did fully get ported, you know, it'd be pretty dope. In fact, I'm actually curious now. I mean, we've pretty much shown off the mass majority of the ROM. There's literally nothing else. That this is it. In the old ROM, like the old bin version of this is literally just the same thing, but without the planets and rotation objects. I'm going to see if there's anything been done more on this project since I've got you all here. Okay, everyone. So after doing a little bit of research, trying to find out if he has worked any more on this, he actually has. So the guy who actually, which his name I'll put up on screen if I pronounce it wrong. It's called Sega 68K. Sega specifically was the guy who created the Star Fox 1 Star Fox on Sega Genesis, right? Well, the ROM that we played together was the original demo, and the only demo that seems to have been released as of now. At least the only one I can seem to locate and get my hands on. But he did make another ROM, actually a little more recent than this, the one we just played, which actually shows the stage doing auto-scroll with enemies. Now I'm going to play it up for you right now. It's up on screen. It is, sorry about the rough quality. That is just a part of Twitter, thank you. But yeah, as you can see, you can actually destroy objects in this one. It has some effects where, like, you know, it shows the explosion and stuff, which is really, really cool. And, like, the fact that it's moving, just, it's amazing. And, like, there are the normal objects coming up on screen. And it just looks so much smoother than Star Fox 1 ever did on the SNES. Because Star Fox 1 felt very jittery, and everything was constantly moving, and, you know, very, like, it stopped and went. But this feels consistent and just so straightforward. But, I mean, this is an endless levels, according to him on his Twitter post, this is an endless scrolling level just to showcase the collision stuff and the R-Wing constantly moving, and you can even see the dots on the ground that help, like, show you what direction you're going, and that's pretty much it. It's only a minute and 16, nothing major. The only other thing that he posted, which was... So this is the only other one he's posted. This one actually is the first full-fledged level in Star Fox on the Sega Genesis. So this is going to be my first time reaction to it, which I'm very curious about how it all comes together. Oh, it looks like he actually has enemy animations this time, and wow, it actually looks like he's got a lot of the weapons and animations down pretty solid in comparison to what we've actually played. Wow, look at that, man. I mean, you know, it's obvious that there's stuff missing. You don't have your crewmates talking to you and stuff, but with all these objects on screen, it still is maintaining a pretty solid, smooth frame rate, and it still looks amazing. Again, this is on the Sega Genesis. I mean, like, you just got to keep that in mind. I don't know if he's got collision in this. He's shooting some enemies, but I haven't seen any been destroyed yet, so I think there's no collision for enemies. I think this is just, like, the first level, its animations and enemy placement, rather than, you know, giving 100% full functionality. Another thing that he did, which I'll play it for you right here, is that he actually got the scramble animation working in the Sega Genesis, which this looks really, really cool that he actually got working. Again, sorry about that freaking Android quality. On my Nokia phone recording this shit. So he actually, he does have a second video showing off the rest of the level, which is what I have playing here now. But, I mean, that is... I know I'm just repeating myself, but I mean, what more can be added? It's Star Fox 1 running on Sega hardware. But he did say, according to his post, that, yeah, a lot of the AI and collision detection just isn't there. This is just purely going through the start to end of the level. I am curious if he actually was able to add the boss. I don't know if he did or didn't, but it would be impressive if he actually was able to get that in as of yet. It would be nice to know whether or not he was trying to at least replicate one full level working, or if he wanted to port all of Star Fox 1 to the Sega Genesis. Or, I mean, it could have very well just been, you know, just for shits and giggles. It looks like he's reached the end of the level, but it doesn't look like the boss is there, so I guess the bosses haven't been added in. But, I mean, hey, again, for what we have, this is impressive as shit, and I cannot wait, and I really hope I get to get my hands on this. So this is all done in September of 2021, it seems. The most recent upload he did on his Twitter was of April 19th, and it was showcasing Star Wars. Last Star Fox related was April 18th, and I think that was actually of this year, and that was the video we watched showing off the collision. So, with that being said, at least this does seem to actually still be working on. It looks like he's still working on this project. Will it ever see the light of day? Will we be able to ever play it? I don't know. I hope that we do get the chance to do so, because what we have is really impressive, in all honesty. And it's crazy that someone that talented was able to do that. So, my dude, Sega 6800, if you are able to make this a reality, I would love to try out your newest ROMs, because they look absolutely amazing. I mean, show this man some love. I mean, the fact that he was able to put Star Fox on the Sega Genesis, I mean, come on, that is impressive. And it's so cool, and I want to see what more can be done. But with that being said, this wasn't a long video. It was rather short. I just wanted to showcase an amazing project that was being done by somebody and show that in an alternative world, Star Fox very well could have been on the Sega Genesis. But with that being said, this is now the end of this video. I'll link the ROMs that I was actually able to find and play in the description below. That way you guys can actually give it a shot for yourself. Because this is really, really cool, and it's a really crazy experience. So, and it's almost like I'm in an alternative reality, and it's awesome. I love it. It's cool. Play it! With all that being said, guys, this is Jurassic signing out. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, subscribe, and comments. More as always, effing amazing. Thank you for joining me on playing Star Fox on the Sega Genesis and showcasing a really cool fan project. And if this is the first video you've seen by me, hit the subscribe button, because again, your support is always effing amazing. Don't forget to rock and roll, and later.